contact us, customer service _ bierermeters.com. Call us 803-786-4839. Just get a hold of us, ask questions, we'll help you out and we'll assist you. So the portable power supplies, Bierer Meters recommends that you perform a live test before you use your testers. We're going to use them on a live known voltage source so that when you go to that conductor, you're going to verify if that conductor is indeed energized or de-energized. So we want to make sure that your tools are working out in the field. So we have 3 power supplies, and the applications of each 3 are a little different from one another. So make sure that your specific tool, your device that you'll be using out in the field, are matched up to the capabilities of one of these 3 power supplies. And you can purchase these separate, or you can include them in a kit. These power supplies do work on Bierer Meters devices. They also work on other manufacturers' devices. So they're a great safety device that you must add into your voltage detector. We'll go to our dual phase power supply. The dual phase power supply is a really neat device that we designed for the our wireless PD800W wireless phasing voltmeter. Is specifically designed to test both, check this out, both the ability of the PD800W to phase, and then also this is designed to make sure that your PD800W is working when you use it as a measure for voltage. All right, so it does both. This is a great, so when you use this device, because it's a dual phase power supply, what you're going to do is you're going to make sure when you turn it on, when you actually have your tools pressed down on those plungers, both become energized, dual phase. All right, then of course we're going to check our battery before we use it, just to make sure. We got 4 bars. But if it was down to 2, it would still be fine. But after that use, you'd want to go ahead and charge that battery up. Okay? All the dual phase, the 3 kV power supply, and the handheld power supply, they all have operating instructions that come with each one. Very easy to use, very easy to read. All right? If you have the kit where the power supplies are with the kit, the operating instructions of each device include how to use those power supplies and to test, but these separate operating instructions will also be included into the kits. All right? We're going to perform our live test. So if you are out in the field, let's say a storm, restoration, let's say you're at an outage and you don't have a live known voltage source to perform a live test, you don't have a live known voltage source. We're going to go ahead and de-energize that conductor. So you're going to go to that conductor and make direct contact. You're going to make direct contact, which is super important. If you are working with a lot of capacitance, you've got a lot of coupling capacitance, a lot of induction flowing around you everywhere, Bierer Meters recommends that you always use direct contact tools. This is one of the biggest things that we see out in the field, that a lot of folks still are using non-contact voltage indicators. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to use direct contact. We do not want that tool to give you a false positive, a false negative. If you're on an underbuild, you're in a substation, you got a lot of conductors close by, don't use the non-contact tools. Thankfully, folks are making the change. Right on. So we know the tool is working on a live known voltage source. I prefer a live conductor personally, and the reason why is because I can verify that the tool is in calibration or not. Okay? So it's really important to test it first on a live known voltage source. Then we go to that line, that conductor, we make contact. And as you can see, that conductor is de-energized. So there is no backfeed. there's no induction, and there's no system voltage. So what you're going to do is verify the tool is telling you the truth. And a lot of utilities, a lot of contractors are going to this nowadays. And what it is we're going to go live, right? We're going to test. We're going to de-energize, right? Then we're going to test. Then we're going to test the tester. Then we're going to go ahead and ground. All right? Once we do that, we got our lockout, tag out. We got our clearance now. Perfect. So we always want to do those steps. We're going to test, open, test, test the tester, ground. Every single time. All right, folks? It's awesome. It's much safer. Now, for some of you out there, I want to talk to you a little bit. This is so important. Here's a little safety message. I hear a lot of stories of apprentices, 35-year-old journeyman linemen get complacent. Apprentices, they're just trying to prove themselves to those around them, the peers around them. And a lot of apprentices, a lot of journeymen, a lot of folks tell someone, maybe the supervisor tells, yeah, it's de-energized. Well, where's the open? Can you see it? Is it around the corner? Is it around the hill? Is it behind the tree, the open? Let's say it's open. How do you know there's not a transmission line over here that you can't see? Just because a switch is open, don't be telling your team, your line team, go ahead, it's good. No. We want you to test. Is there induction on that line that needs to be bled off? Is there backfeed? We always want you to test every single time. We do not want anybody to say, oh, it's good. I checked it. They called in. The switch is open. We're good. Always test the conductor every single time. Okay? All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go to our, and notice how I'm testing using the accessories on the cone tip. Got a hook probe, and we have a straight probe. The reason why I test with accessories is because in just a moment, we're going to be using these tools on a hot phase. And when we use these tools, we always use the proper accessory. Do not just use cone tips. So basically, we're learning muscle memory. I like to call it muscle memory. You can call it brain memory, but I call it muscle memory because that's easier to understand. We always want to use the proper accessories. A lot of times when I travel doing training, I get to a utility or a contractor, and in their barn, their tools, they don't have the proper accessories. Well, just call us, order them. We also have the bushing adapter right here. If you're going on some hot bushings, some feed-throughs, things like that, get a bushing adapter. Then we're going to show you some dual phase power supply right here. Again, we did test our battery already. We know it works great. And we have 2 phases. That's the 2 plungers. We're going to go ahead, put in our battery. We're going to turn this on. Got a safety switch and then the switch. And then you see the green light. We're ready to roll. Now, if you push these plungers down with your bare hands, you're going to feel something. You're not going to be happy, but you'll be fine. You won't do it again, I guarantee you, but it's safe. Then we're going to take our PD800W, our wireless phasing voltmeter, and we tested the batteries on these. They're good. We're going to take the tool and we're going to put it in DEG for degrees. In DEG, the tool specifically looks at the phase angle. So we're going to make sure the tool's working properly on a live voltage source looking at phase angle. Because we're going to do some phasing here today. And again, it doesn't matter if you got the reference probe here on which plunger or the meter probe on which plunger. So we're going to go to our power source, our 2-phase power source. And we're close to 180.